I just started calling their names, and I was hysterical. And I just looked at him, and I'm like, "What are you saying? How could they be gone?"
The man who set fire to a horse barn at Tioga Downs was sentenced.
30 racehorses died in that fire, and a trainer hurt when they tried to rescue the horses from the burning barn. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. For WENY News at 6, I'm Renata Steele.
And I'm Nick Quatrini. We've been following this story now since it first broke in November.
And today we learned how much time the arsonist Boyd Fenton will spend in prison. WENY's Alexandra Duran was in court today. She's in studio tonight to tell us all about it. Alexandra.
Renata, Nick, owners of the horses who were killed alongside the horse trainers affected by this tragedy went to Tioga County Court to see Boyd Fenton sentenced to prison.
I don't even know how he could fathom what it is that he's done to us.
Mindy Repko and her husband Jan owned 5 of the 30 horses that were killed in the barn fire at Tioga Downs on November 9th. The Repkos were in Indiana when they got the call that they said changed their lives forever.
And I just looked at him, and I'm like, "What are you saying? How could they be gone?" And I made my way up onto the couch, and that's where I stayed for, I couldn't even tell you how long.
33-year-old Boyd Fenton walked into Tioga County Court with his head down before learning the judge's sentence Friday afternoon. He will spend at least 7 years in prison, with a maximum of 15 years. Fenton pleaded guilty in January to charges of arson, assault, and 30 counts of interference with injury to domestic animals, 1 for each horse killed in the fire. The sentences will be served at the same time.
I understand the law. I don't agree with it. But is it enough? No, not at all.
During the hearing, Repko stared Fenton down as she read a letter from herself and all of the owners and trainers affected by the barn fire. She shared with the court that after learning she couldn't have kids of her own, her horses became her children. Now, she goes to therapy to cope with the loss.
And then the second anxiety attack, he said, "I'm taking you to the hospital." And I said, "You're not." And he said, "But what if you're having a heart attack?" And I said to him, I said, "Jan, I don't care. I don't care. If I die, I will go and be with my boys."
After Fenton was escorted outside of the courthouse, the Repkos told me that they hope he understands that none of this can be undone and life will never be the same. Renata, Nick.
All right, thank you for the update, Alexandra.